Another lovely winter Pennsylvania day.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to uncover the Corvette and install two little mods, one of which is going to add a lot of extra color to the interior and really make the interior pop on this C7 Z06. I gotta tell you guys, it feels like home in here. And the smell. I love the smell of the interior on a Corvette. Seriously though guys, it's been way too long. I feel like I haven't driven this car in years and it's only been a couple months. I can't wait to get this thing back out on the road. Alright, so I had Dave over at San Diego reach out to me and ask me if there was anything else I wanted from his website. He did this because he apparently saw my top 5 favorite mods video and noticed that I already had their cubby shelf. So I said, yeah, sure, why not? He's basically sent me seatbelt stays, and here's what they look like. Very simple design. Literally just clips right on over top of the current seatbelt guide. Nothing crazy, just 2 pieces of plastic. Now, I told him the seatbelt stays looked appealing since these stock seatbelt holders on the side of the seat let the belt slip out from time to time. These are really easy to install, so we're going to get to those first. All right, so the install for these seatbelt stays is very simple. You literally just want to take your seatbelt, make sure it's in the OEM seatbelt guide here. And once that's done, just take your seatbelt stay and literally just push it on here. Just like that. So now this seatbelt's still free to move. But during driving and bumps in the road and everything, this will not work its way out because that will stop it literally from coming out of this guide ever again. Like I said, it's a real easy install. Literally the instructions are printed right on the front piece of paper here. It says to install, push the C7 seatbelt stay over the existing seatbelt retainer lip until it clicks into place. That's literally it. And it actually works out pretty nicely where that seatbelt literally can't come out of there unless you remove one of these stays. The best part about these things, they're $9.99. I'm going to put the link in the description down below, so definitely feel free to check them out. Like I said, I already have the little cubby shelf for the center console behind the screen that goes down. And honestly, it is a lot more useful than you'd think. So this guy basically makes these products that are something you don't even realize you need or want for your Corvette, but once you get them, you can't even imagine how you lived without them. So this stuff's really cool. So you guys go over there, check out that website. I'll put it in the description down below, but it is San Diego Designs. All right, so moving on to the main event, the color added to the interior. It's actually gonna be these guys right here. Torch Red Rev Match paddles from GM. I wanted just a touch of red on the interior, and I thought these would be perfect. Here's the part number for the left one, and the part number for the right one. Now, obviously, this only applies if you have a manual. The automatics obviously still have the paddles, but theirs would have a plus and a minus on each one, versus this one just says Rev Match. I bought these on Amazon, which of course I'll link down in the description below as well, but these things look really neat. I mean, honestly, they're going to add just a perfect amount of color to the interior to really make it pop. If I could have ordered this car the way I wanted it, it would have had these to begin with, as well as red stitching throughout the interior. But I can't get the red stitching without spending a lot of money. These weren't too bad, and I think they'll really help spice up the interior. And as you can see here, these are literally a perfect color match. They're exactly torch red, so they'll look really good once we get them installed. But now comes the fun part. Let's get these things installed. All right, so obviously this is what the car looks like with the stock Rev Match paddles. As you can see, or not see, they barely stand out at all. Kind of blend into the sea of black and gray in the interior. So I thought adding the little red ones in there would be pretty neat, especially since you can really see them from outside. If I can get the reflection off there. You'll be able to see them a lot better from the outside as well. Okay, so step number 1 to getting these shift paddles off is actually locating this hole right there. You want to take something long, like this is just a Torx head screwdriver. You can literally insert it in this hole, and when you push, you're actually pushing against the spring clip that keeps the airbag in place. So there's one on this side, as well as one on the other side of the steering column. And once you push both those in, this entire airbag centerpiece will pop out. Now, you should disconnect the battery for this part just to be safe, but honestly, you don't have to, because we're not actually going to be fully removing the airbag. And also be prepared to honk this horn at yourself about 17 times. Every single time you do it, it scares you just as much as the first time. So be prepared. Odds are very good while you're pushing this clip in and prying at the airbag, you're gonna blow the horn at yourself. After you get one side popped, you'll see this side's real tight and this one's starting to pop out. So now we're obviously gonna work on the left side, pop that out, and then this whole thing should come right out. And now we got it out. As you can see, it moves freely in here for the most part. We just basically need to set it up out of the way to access the screws inside where the shift paddles are. There's only one screw per shift paddle. With the airbag up and out of the way, we're going to grab this silver trim piece that runs around the side of the steering wheel. You can actually grab it right in here. There's a little lip and literally just pull. You should hear it click as it pops out. And then we're just going to continue to pull until all the clips are out of this particular silver trim. That way we can gain access to the screw that holds in those shift paddles. Then if you drop this down and just let it set in there, you can actually pull this away a little bit. And if you see right there, that is the screw for the left shift paddle. So we'll want to remove that. So the driver's side, I got the bezel popped off and the airbag just resting in there. And if you can see in here, right there is the screw. That is a T20 Torx head. Once you loosen that up, which I already have mine loose, come back here, the shift paddle will literally just come right out. All you have to do from this point, disconnect this little wire right here, and this is free, and you can go ahead and install the red ones. There it is, completely out of the car. Left is obviously stock, the right is the new red one. Pretty easy to install. Like I said, it's just that one screw and one wire harness that runs to it. That's just a little squeeze clip. Squeeze it together, pull it out, and you're all set. There's the red one plugged in. Basically, all you gotta do is just slide it back into this slot. And then tighten up this screw right here. All right, so we got the right one and the left one both installed. Like I said, it's just one screw per side, one electrical connector per side. Real easy to just pinch it and slide it right out. Now all we got to do is just basically get the steering wheel bezel and airbag pushed back in there, which is obviously literally just clips that you push in. Okay, the bezel's all in. It doesn't snap in like a normal clip. These are more like a press clip kind of thing. But if you feel around here, this is where they actually hold pressure against the wheel. So everything's in there tight. Now, got to put the airbag back in, which literally is just pushing it in. But of course, once I start to push this, it's inevitably going to honk the horn again. So be prepared for that. And there it is. There it is. That's both side clips in, so we are good to go. It looks a lot better. It gives you a real nice sporty look. Gives a little bit of color to the interior. Definitely something that looks great. Like I said, these things match the Torch Red perfectly, so really looks good in here, guys. You can see them nicely from the side, right as you're getting in the car. You can also see them from the front here, if I can block out some of this reflection. They're pretty neat. Really a cool, fairly easy add-on. Literally just 2 screws. It's really not hard. The hardest part was getting the airbag out, to be honest with you. So definitely something I would recommend. Really feels nice to sit in here again, though. I can't wait to get to driving this car again. That color really just, it's unbelievable how that little bit of color really just makes the interior pop. Gets a thumbs up for me, guys. Go ahead and order these if you are even remotely interested in doing something like this. The OEM colors come in this torch red or the yellow as well. So if you have a yellow car or yellow accents, put yellow in there. They look great. They're very high quality too. These aren't just normal black ones that someone spray painted. These are literally red through and through, and then have the rev match lettering in black, or if you have an automatic, the plus and minus would be in black. Like I said, I definitely recommend it. Real easy to do. They're not too expensive either. On Amazon, they were around $70 a piece. You can actually get them on Rock Auto for about $56 a piece though. So price is pretty decent. Really helps add a little bit of flair to it. Especially since if you look up here, you can actually, during normal driving, I can easily see the red color of the hood, which this matches with, and got a little bit of red in the gauges. It really looks good. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Like I said, the install here was really easy. Obviously did the rev match paddles as well as the San Diego seatbelt stays. Both very easy mods. The rev match paddles actually add a lot of color to the interior, really something that was kind of missing if you ask me. But the San Diego seatbelt stays are, again, something that you don't really even realize you need until someone says, oh yeah, you can try this, and it actually holds that seatbelt in, and then you're like, oh yeah, you know, that does slip out every now and then. So it makes perfect sense to use something like this, especially for that price, $9.99. You can't beat that. Now, of course, as you saw in the clip earlier, we're expecting a lot of snow here in Pennsylvania this weekend, so I figured I'd go ahead and do this stuff now. The car's been sitting now for about 2 months, and I've been waiting to do these mods, and honestly, there's not a better time to do it than when there's snow flying outside. So I'm still just getting over my cold. I think I'm good to go now as far as that goes, but got the mods done. We have a couple more things planned for the Corvette before summertime, so hopefully those get here pretty quick. We'll do some more install videos for you guys, but that's going to do it for today. So if you liked it, give me a big thumbs up. If you have any questions, shoot them in the comment section down below. I'll put everything I did today in the description as well, so be sure to check that out. And go ahead and subscribe if you haven't yet. And also, for any of you guys who don't know, I do have my email address right down in the description below, but it is horse.power.obsessed@gmail.com. I want you guys to send me pictures of your rides so I can put them in my video here, just to kind of make everybody known in the community here. I have a couple that I'm going to put at the end of this video, but I'd love to get some more. I want to see all your rides, so go ahead and send me anything you got. I'd like to be able to put them in the future videos just so we all can say we know each other. So stay tuned for it, guys. It's coming up next.